All right, we're rolling.
All right, welcome everyone, the few viewers that we have, to episode 16 of the Jumpcast. What is it? I'm just gonna start off with the disclaimer that we talked about earlier before we recorded. Or at least I heard some feedback from some people that listen, and they said that they really liked when we just talked about JJK because we had a lot more to talk about it, and we could like theorize. We can like just start rolling on this stuff so easily with JJK when it comes to the other two things. So we're going to cut out My Hero and Chainsaw Man for the time being. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to talk about them eventually again. Like Max talked about when My Hero ends, we're going to discuss it.
Like if there's
because
a big
it's just
thing,
such
yeah.
a big series.
If there's a big thing in Chainsaw Man, we'll go back and talk about it. Like, it's not, we're just completely never going to talk about those again. We still really do enjoy those series. It's just, like we heard, there's not a lot to talk about weekly with a lot of those series.
Why would we fluff up, or like, what is it? This is like, JJK is the main meat of the podcast every time, and so then they just said like, why have fluff in it when you could just get to the point and have really good content that's somewhat shorter. It makes it less of an hour-long podcast, but it's still something good to talk about. It's still fun stuff. What is it? They were just smart and pointed out that it's just like we should get to the core of what we like and what makes, hopefully what we think makes the podcast good. So yeah. Which is good as well because we have 2 chapters to talk about. Oh yeah, I guess we should also say that we're changing up the schedule because our schedules have changed in our own normal lives, so we'll be able to talk about the new chapters as soon as they release for JJK. So every Sunday is going to be our new upload schedule. Hopefully, sometimes it may change, but this is what we're going to be sticking to.
We're going to try and stick with it. Because we're also thinking Sunday would help capture the hype around the chapters a lot better too. It would just be overall a lot better than Tuesdays.
I mean, capture it as much as we could because there's also leaks were really big this week.
Oh yeah.
To the point that
I saw them. Yeah.
You avoided it. I didn't. You're the one that told me about it this week, and
yeah. I'm trying to stay away from them, but like if I see them, I'll look at them. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm breaking my phone and dropping the series.
We had someone that was pissed that they saw the leaks.
Oh yeah. Wasn't it for a different series?
They talked to us about it. Huh? No. What is it? Our friend Gabe, when he was talking to us about it Friday, he was like, I didn't want to see the leaks. It's just like, you saw them, bud. You just gotta live with it. You just gotta... Basically, at that point, you say, okay, so the chapters got released. I'm gonna read it in a butchered way.
Talk about the different translations and stuff, too, that we noticed.
Especially with last week's chapter.
All right.
So yeah, let's get into it.
So we're gonna start with chapter 11. Or 211. I don't know why I'm just saying.
I like that it's called the ripening.
Oh, I forget each chapter has a name to it and a title. So
yeah, basically we start off with Kenjaku's plan succeeding. He got enough curse energy. It cuts to the present. We're no longer like a day back after what happened with Yuki and everything. So it's 12 hours after Yuki and Choso fought Kenjaku and lost. And all the colonies have enough curse energy, and we see society kind of freak out because just like everything feels weird now. Like they described like the air feels dry, and like almost all of Japan except for like the Hokkaido prefecture is glowing.
Yeah. Well, like something, there's the 2 maps of Japan, and it's something you had mentioned in our little banter before, but the switching from, doing it on paper, then transferring it to digitally, just going from digital, you can add a lot more to it. Like there's the 2 maps of Japan that are just beautifully done.
Yeah. Just a straight rip, and like all the, the lighting how the lighting is done in digital, it can just be done really a lot better than hand drawn.
Well, and then
in
like,
my own opinion.
Yeah. Well, then something else I was thinking with like doing digital, like these like the on page 3, the 2 panels of the guy cleaning, like grabbing the air filter, and then like I don't know if he's getting shocked or something. He could just Gege could just copy, cut out the dude, or if you need to redraw.
I think he's shaking. It says shiver, shiver, shiver.
Shiver. Okay.
Yeah, which is like he's exposed to the light. Everyone thinks that it's weird. We have the guy on like page 2 that looks a lot like Higuruma or Takaba. He looks familiar. I don't remember which person.
He's like he's the one saying something doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And then it just goes to the main cast. So Maki like can just travel like, we knew, but like just consistently travel like Mach
at least
1 or
Mach
2.
Yeah, Mach 2 or however fast Naoya went.
But just consistently traveling that fast, so it's kind of cool.
And she's the walkie-talkie for everyone, and they're basically just reassessing everything after all of their plans because they were successful for the most part, except for keeping Kenjaku away from Tengen.
Yeah, did he have Choso just
Choso holding the back of the prison realm, and he's like, Kamo's still alive. I'm just analyzing this entire chapter. Anyways, not analyzing, I'm reading it out for the audience. I'm being dumb right now. Anyways, they talk about their plans. They're just like, okay, so the merger is gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen. They're just like, Jujutsu sorcerers are excluded from it because they can control cursed energy, and now they are focusing on getting Sumiki out of the game. And so then their idea is that you can they're gonna do it so that you can spend 100 points to substitute yourself with somebody else to get out of the culling game. So then they bring Sumiki in, and they're gonna switch her out with Ichiji, and then they have like another flashback with Gojo, and this goes on to when we were talking about fan translations, like different translations done.
Yeah.
Because Gojo says give up on being a sorcerer, you're useless. But like the fan translations when the leaks came out, it was like you're more useless than shit.
Yeah, I saw a different one too, but like, I mean, it just to come down to like different people, it probably is like the Japanese language. There's no alphabet to it, so one character can mean like 3 different things depending on the kanji, probably the accent. So it's kind of interesting. Like we've talked about it with Max before too, and just in general, it's kind of interesting to see how these are. But I do like how Gojo's like kind of, and then he's like, oh yeah, give up, you're useless, and he's like, go get your driver's license though, like kind of like going back to his like joking self. And he's like, what?
Telling him to be a medium or whatever the use is for like Ichiji and the other.
Yeah, the assistants.
Yeah, the assistants. Yeah. Anyways, this is when stuff gets like messy, or like sussy, because Sumiki automatically. Well, like it is because Sumiki automatically teleports to Megami and Itadori, and like that
should have been a red flag when I read it. I didn't even think about it that way.
You didn't even think that was everyone thought.
I was just like, oh, she got lucky.
It's like, how lucky? And it's like, yeah, how lucky. She definitely went there on purpose, and this brought the speculation that she's the game master.
Oh.
Because she just chose wherever to go. And so then after that, she teleports there, and then Megami explains the plan to her and gives her 100 points. And so then after that, instead of her substituting herself, she is allowing entry and exit between colony borders. So then Megami's like, what the hell? Who are you? Following the plan. And this goes on.
What are you doing?
Yeah. What do you have to say about chapter 11?
Well, I just got leaked again when it came out, like on Friday, before it came out, and I just saw the panel of like who, like the one of Sukuna or whatever her name is, looking, excuse me, at Megumin, and then Megumin's like, "Who are you?" Like,
yeah, who are you?
And then I saw the one of like Gojo saying you're useless, and that's where I saw the different translations.
Because everyone's so excited whenever they see Gojo. Which Gojo has been mentioned a lot right now because like their plan is about to succeed.
Yeah. So they almost succeeded.
Yeah. They almost succeed. So yeah. Should we go on to chapter 212?
I'm opening it up right now. I do like this little thing of like right after she wakes up, just like talking with Megumi.
Yeah.
She's like, it's fit forever. Yeah.
Although it's not really Sumiki.
Yeah.
It is an incarnated sorcerer.
Because I thought it would only take over. I thought this actually was Sumiki because I thought it would take over. I thought it only took over when she entered the Culling Gate, like the barrier. That's how I thought it was gonna work, but not just like since she woke up, she's been this reincarnated sorcerer. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting because at least people thought that when they became incarnated sorcerers that they changed their looks. Mm-hmm. Like, except for Yuji, of course, but that's because we thought Yuji was such a strong vessel that he could, of course, he can ignore the Sukuna in his body and be normal, and so then that whole little mix-up.
Yeah.
But anyways, Sumiki is not who she says she is, and Megumi didn't even realize that incarnated sorcerers can take information from the old brain. Mm-hmm. Like what happened with Choso and Sukuna, like they know how to use phones.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And then we have this little perspective from Yuji saying like everything's gonna go well now.
Everything will be fine and dandy. It's his exact words. Like
I could have helped Fushiguro and disappeared. Thank you for giving me a role to play, and then everything changes.
I love like it's like also like back to like the detail Gege's been putting in of just the I'm your big sister panel is so well done.
Yeah, the laughing, it's like mimicking like Mahito.
Oh yeah, I think like Mahito. Yeah.
When they said like we're not gonna fix Junpei, screw you.
I don't know why. On the panel it's like just of like Megumin's face and like the lines going down. I thought it was just like spiritual pressure. It's like, oh, Bleach, what? But like, no.
I just thought his head got like clouded, and he's like, what's going on? He's panicking. He doesn't know what to do.
I love the little panel I mentioned before. It's like the reincarnated sorcerer going, funny? No, like, come on, like, gotta admit, it was kind of good.
Yeah, just playing with him.
But
and so then Sumiki's incarnated sorcerer is named Yorozu, and like half of the goddamn incarnated sorcerers, they just want to fight Sukuna. I shouldn't say half, but Kashimo is like the only one.
Where do they mention the sorcerer?
Page, when she grows the wings.
Right when she grows the wings. Okay.
Wings. Yeah, it's like, and I choose Sukuna.
Okay.
I haven't fought in 1,000 years, so I want to choose who and where I fight, and I choose Sukuna. So they're also from like the Heian period.
Yeah. And then we were thinking like something bug related for their technique, because I was noticing like, they have like, I said like dragonfly looking wings, because they're constantly moving instead of like angels.
Yeah. Or maybe like even like a mosquito or something, something crazy like that. I'm just trying to think of like what's a deadly insect.
Maybe a bee? Wasp, maybe?
I'll be back in 1 second, actually. Here,
I will pause the recording. Alright, we're back on.
Alright, anyways, we were talking about some form of an insect technique.
Yeah. And then you said something about it could be a deadly one, so I was like, maybe it's like a wasp or bee.
That'd be smart as well, that'd be fun.
A mosquito would be a good one, too.
Yeah. Just like gives you a disease, like a poison technique. We don't see enough of those. The only one that we saw was Junpei's, and then he immediately died. So,
and then we get the.
Anyways.
In chain.
Yeah, we get to the. So of course Yuji and Angel go after her, and then the payoff finally happened. It took what I think 200 chapters.
At least.
Yeah,
maybe.
at least to make for the binding vow to happen between Sukuna and Yuji. And so then Sukuna comes out, just knocks out Angel.
Like a pressure
rips
point.
off his finger.
Yeah, he like imbues it.
With his curse energy, and then rips it off. And then makes fun of Yuji, just walks all over him, just like, that boy's such a dumbass.
Stupid.
Any minor convenience happens to Megami, and he pulls out Maharaga.
Like I got a clip on my Instagram feed, and it was the scene of like when he's getting his ass handed to him by Toto, and like I didn't realize like till I saw that again, like. And even like rewatches with friends, I'm like, he was about to pull out Maharaga there. Like,
yeah.
Like I thought he was about to like do his domain expansion, but I'm like, no, he's actually gonna try and kill Toto. Like,
yeah, it's like we ball.
Yeah.
We're just gonna kill him.
But then Yosuke is not a dumbass. And just...
so then he grabs him, puts him down, and just shoves the finger down his mouth.
I love that panel. It's like when your dog has something in your mouth. You're like, wait, what do you got in your mouth? And it like tries to run away from you. And you're like, what do you got in there?
Yeah, get
spit
that
it out. Out.
Spit it out. Out.
And then it looks like a troll face on page 17. But no, this is like a bombshell.
Of all bombshells.
I remember when you saw the leaks. Alright, I told you about them, and then you texted me and you're like, maybe JJ could end this year.
Yeah, maybe. This has changed everything.
Well, this this is Chainsaw Man level in my eyes. That's what this is.
Yeah, it is. People were making references between Aki and Megami.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because they both became incarnated villains.
Mm-hmm.
Like Aki became the Gun Devil. Sorry, Chainsaw Man spoilers.
Like most people that had seen.
Yeah, most people that. Yeah. And now this, with Megami being Sukuna, the next vessel. So yeah, now we just get to the theories, because now we don't know what's gonna happen.
So I had said, we talked about it, I was wrong. I thought like someone was gonna get given a Sukuna finger, and then they would either be two Sukunas technically, which I think would have been a really cool thing. Like a one finger Megumin Sukuna, and like still Yuji 15 finger Sukuna. I think would have been kind of cool to see. Yeah.
This also brings up the point that Sukuna can make multiples of his fingers now.
Mm-hmm. So potentially from the start, he could have just imbued his fingers with cursed energy, and 8 and all 20, like 8 and 10, imbued him again, and just got all 20. Potentially.
The other thing that is also up for questioning is, because your theory could either still be right or wrong, because another way out of this, which I'm now thinking is going to be the next big goal, besides getting Gojo unsealed, is Yuji eating another finger to try to separate Sukuna from Megami.
Oh.
I think that could also be a big option.
That would be interesting.
Where like Sukuna has to try to kill Yuji before Yuji can eat another finger, and then Sukuna's back in his body. That was just another thing that just popped into my head as we're talking right now.
That's a good one. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like because like my thing is like, oh well, he's probably not, because the lines under his eyes are gone. That was like my big thing of like he's not like he's not Sukuna. Like, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy, pal. Yeah.
This also brings up if Yuji still has cursed energy or not.
That's what I was gonna ask too. Like, is he just like screwed now? Like,
yeah, is he just like a? Well, he's still superhuman. He can still take a beating.
Yeah, but he's not.
Yeah, he's not that guy. He's no longer that guy. Or if it does, because I also had the theory in my own head when I read the leaks that like, is he like Maki now and Toji, where it's just like, oh no, zero curse energy.
Like, could we get another like heavenly restriction? I mean, he wasn't born with
like another, like fully heavenly restricted.
It'd be really cool to see. I think
I would love that.
Would be
just like
sick.
that'd be another training arc for Yuji to become just like, oh, maybe not a weapons master, but I don't know. As you said, like you said this like I don't know how many episodes ago. If he had like gauntlets or like crap, what was the other?
Like a brass knuckle, like he made him out of cursed energy or something. I said out of cursed energy, but if you just like use those now and just like one's like special grade brass knuckles would be like knuckle dusters would be so cool.
Yeah, and it's another like situation of just like the soul cutting thing. Like if you know your soul, you can hit them like 3 times harder. So yeah. There's so many things. There's so many endless possibilities. I said this before we recorded, but like, this is definitely my biggest theory for next chapter. Is gonna be Megumi, Sukuna playing around with Yuji, like probably doing the same situation that he did to Megumi, like throwing him across the city.
Use the space.
Yeah, and like throwing him through skyscrapers, and then because of the new added rule, Kashimo is gonna come and rescue Yuji.
Oh, that's how you think it's gonna happen? Okay.
Yeah, like, I have no clue where Yorozu is gonna go either. That's the only other one that wants to fight Megumi.
Yeah.
But that's the only situation that I can think will happen to save Yuji, because Yuji's nowhere close to I keep on saying Megumi, to Sukuna.
No, like I mean, yeah, it was like most arc Yuji. Even like there's the one part where he's like, haha, yeah, and if I win, there's no and then he just gets cut in half, like with Cleve. Yeah. Like there's no way.
He has no chance.
And like even pre most arc, Megumi was having trouble with a like 1 or 2 finger Sukuna. So like this is gonna be really interesting to see.
The only thing that could have killed Sukuna was like, out of everyone right now, it would have been Maharaga.
Yeah.
Like that's why somebody Maharaga probably would have killed Sukuna, because he would have adapted to Cleve.
And dismantle.
Cleave and dismantle.
Or maybe to toy with him, Sukuna's gonna. Oh, maybe he can use Megumi's technique.
10 shadows.
Yeah, he's gonna try. Yeah. He's gonna like summon like something, be like, haha! Before you can actually try and fight and save your friend, you gotta fight this little thing, and summon like the rabbits or the frogs or something. But it'll be pretty interesting to see where this goes.
Yeah, because as well, like, this leads on to the theory of why did Megumi... We still don't know why he wanted Megumi.
Why is the 10 shadows able to beat 6 Eyes and Infinite?
Yeah. I think that may have also been the now that you're saying that, that's probably the theory of why Sukuna wanted Megumi, is like, the only thing that I know that could defeat that guy, the Gojo, is 10 shadows. And like, I needed this tool. So yeah, fun stuff. My like, brain's just going everywhere.
There's a lot different options now. where the series could go. I really like your theory about Kashima is going to be the one that is going to save Yuji. Because I think Yuji, this could be another like moment of I think this is gonna be a really good character development moment. I think that ability of realizing he needs to kill people is gonna come out. He's gonna be like, I have to kill Megami. But it's at first gonna be like the moment from Shibuya, the hey brat, and then he switches. It's gonna be something like that. I mean, we've already kind of got that with like Yuji just like almost this like really pained look on his face.
Yeah. Well, like it's another soul-crushing thing. Like when Mahito killed Nanami and Nobara right in front of him.
Like one after the other too.
It destroyed his soul, and that's the only two scars that he has on himself was when his soul was broken. Yeah. Like
and you had an interesting. Oh, sorry. I'll let you keep going.
Oh no! It's just like the scars were only because Yuji knows his own soul, and so once his soul was was broken mentally, that's when Mahito could actually deal damage to him.
Mm-hmm. Because you had,
everlasting damage. Sorry, I'll let you go.
No,
now.
You had a theory that Yuji's technique, like innate technique, could be something involving the soul. You remember when you said that?
Yeah, I said that yesterday when we were talking in person, but I think another roundabout thing could be like Mahito says to Yuji, like, you and I are the same thing, and I think maybe that could go a little bit deeper to the point that Yuji has idol transfiguration.
Okay.
Which could be, that is the only tool that could save everyone at the end of the series as well. Like if he figures out idol transfiguration and tries to fight Sukuna again, and he gets a good hand on Megami, he could try to bring Megami back out.
And then that could bring out like actual Sukuna, not Sukuna in someone's body.
Or at least teach Megami how to see his own soul to try to overcome Sukuna's control. Because like that's one of the main ideas that I think that's why he also picked Megami, is that like, hey, this brat as well can take me incarnating into him, but he doesn't know his soul as well as Yuji does, so that's why I can take him over permanently.
Okay.
That's because I think the big reason why Yuji can switch in between is that he knows his own soul. So he knows his own body. He can take back his control from Sukuna, while like Megami, he can't hurt the soul. He doesn't know his own body, his own soul. So that's why Sukuna's like, this brat doesn't know what he's doing. I can take him over forever compared to the guy that I'm already in.
Yeah, there's a lot where this could go. I mean, we don't know how long also Angel's gonna be Akana and Angel are knocked out for.
That's true.
Maybe Yuji will try and do something to like wake her up, and that could also removing the technique of whatever. If it was a technique, removing whatever was in the finger. That could, because I think the Culling games is the perfect opportunity for like true Sukuna to come out too. Like it's not in Yuji or Megami or anyone else's body. Like forearm Sukuna, like half his face is like distorted. He has his spear and these other weapons or whatever. Like real Sukuna comes out.
Yeah.
And that's when we kind of get like a look at what his plan will be.
The other thing is that I saw a theory that like, because Kenjaku's built different, he has his hand in everything. That that Sukuna's still gonna go back into Yuji's body, because as Kenjaku pointed out, that like Yuji is the vessel built for Sukuna, so he's gonna use Yuji's body. This is another way of Yuji dying, so like Sukuna will fully transform into his proper self using Yuji's body.
Okay.
So that could be another thing that develops eventually. That Yuji's body is just taken up by Sukuna as like the ultimate proper vessel. There's so many theories. We just threw out like 5 theories.
We threw out, dude, we're popping off.
Yeah, and this still doesn't even involve if Gojo comes back. Like, this is like a morally questionable thing as well for Gojo and Yuji, because Yuji has been stuck on this thing of like, I'm a cog, I'm here to kill curses, but the curse that I have to kill is also in my best friend's body. And now Gojo is like, great, well, now I can end the series and kill Sukuna, but I'm also killing like my adopted child.
Yeah.
Like, I have to kill my own son. So they're both kind of just like, we can't do this, we can't kill him. Also, this also doesn't include Yuta, because now Yuta is like, oh crap, now I have to kill Megami too.
I have to kill.
I don't know if he'll. Yeah. That being said, I don't think that Yuta has the same connection as Yuji and Gojo.
Oh,
So
that's
maybe
something we
just,
also
like,
didn't
I'll
talk
do
about.
it. Oh yeah.
With Yuta. There, where was it? Was it in 11?
Yeah, it was in 11 when rule.
Shows the pan.
when,
Yeah.
Rule 11 got added.
There's
Sorry.
There's like that thing where it shows a bunch of the different players, like Reggie, or not Reggie, the Yuji's friend from high school or middle school, whatever, and then all the other characters. And then there's one where you said it's supposed to represent Sendai Colony. That's just blank.
Yeah. Like, we don't know what's going on in Sendai. The last thing that we saw was Miwa was there. So that brings on to, like, what is Miwa doing with Yuta? This is the other big thing that we need to figure out now. This also brings on the fact that Maki said that Yuki and Yuta were at the same level. Because when Maki says that Tsukumo that Yuki died to Kenjaku, is like, Yuta's on the same level.
Well, the same
What do you
rank.
think about that?
They said the
Yeah.
same rank, right?
Yeah.
Let me go back to it really quickly. Go back.
Page 5.
Page 5. Yeah. It's just loading. But I, I'm taking that as just maybe they're both. She's just saying they're both special grades, but maybe because I don't think anyone in the cast has seen Yuki fight.
Yeah, her curse technique was under wrap. The only person that saw it was Choso.
Yeah. So I don't think just overall that means I think that just means like
That leaves Yuta out of the fight.
I think that just on page 5 you said, right? Sorry, I'm like
Yeah.
it's the same rank as Yuta. So I take that as just they're both special grades, you know. Yuta, professional Yuta dick rider here, like I think Yuta's a
Second only to Satoru Gojo.
Yeah, I mean maybe, but like jokes aside, I do think it just means they're. But that's the thing. It's like we're never gonna get a head-to-head on both of them to see who's stronger, if they're equal or whatever. But
Yeah, not anymore. Like, not until if we ever do a scripted video.
But we'll
Ever.
which we're working on slowly.
We'll figure it out.
But I think it's just it is like just talking about they're both special grades.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
this also, Yuji and Megami are like, crap, she's so calm about this. What the hell? What's going on?
Well,
This is a
like
weird
Maki's
situation.
changed in a few days. Like, what happened, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still not gonna count Maki out of the fight. I'm sure that Maki could do something crazy as well.
Oh yeah, Maki maybe it is something to do with the soul splitting sword she has.
Yeah.
That could help.
I mean, she could still be in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Very likely.
Because she probably just, I think she just left the domain. That's it.
Yeah, she's out of the domain. Well, she's outside currently with Ichiji, so she may also come in next chapter because she's like, what the hell, why isn't Ichiji in there and Sumiki is here?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Sumiki's gone and just Megumi has like tattoos on his face. Yuji's missing a finger and bawling. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. It could also be another thing is that Maki fights Sumiki or Yorozu.
Oh, that
just
would
like
be
looking,
interesting.
just like I'm just imagining Maki looking outside and seeing Yorozu, just like seeing Sumiki fly away and like, what the fuck? I gotta go over there.
What's something like I don't know. Did they say you could see inside of what's going on inside the barrier or?
No, but well, that also brings into like, what do we think the rule actually means? Does that mean that that Sumiki can leave the barrier and go outside of the barrier to the next barrier, or it's an automatic teleportation? Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, maybe it would mean. I think what it mean is okay if you left the barrier heading like the northmost point of the barrier, you would be heading up north more towards. I don't know if it would be Sendai in Japan, but you'd head towards Sendai per se, or you'd head further south or something from Tokyo. Yeah. So I think it probably will stay as like they're gonna all try and get to Tokyo because Tokyo is like a middle point. It seems
where Sukuna is as well.
It's where Sukuna is. It's a middle point between everyone. It's where the main cast already is. Because in my opinion, you know, it's the main cast from a story, from a writing perspective. What's the point of going to another one if, you know, currently I think the current big three characters are Yuji, Megumi, and Sukuna. They're already there. What's the point of moving them? Like,
yeah, I guess everyone would be moving there to Tokyo. Yeah. So what's the point of leaving the barrier?
But I do want to know if it is like you just leave the barrier and you have to walk. I think it is going to be some sort of like teleportation, like I said, where depending on, it could even just be random. So you just got to walk through till you get to the right one maybe. But I think it's going to be whatever direction you head is where you start to head. So you had to pass through a few or whatever. But yeah.
This just makes me think of the future fights, like who's going to fight who coming up. Because we're definitely going to get Kashimo fighting Sukuna. I think that this gives room.
This is it.
Because now Yuji doesn't die. I think that has to be what happens next chapter. Because it's either that or like Yuji's dead. Yuji actually just dies right here. We can also see that happen.
Which I know Gege said he's not going to give a happy ending to Yuji, but like I think
that's a lie.
Really?
I think that he's messing. I think that Gege is like messing with people.
I think it's too. I think it's if you're gonna kill off Yuji. Also, I think it is still too early to do so. Personally. Yeah. Like it needs to be like him. Like against Kenjaku being like, or dying against Sukuna, or like fighting Kenjaku, and he has 19 fingers and he has the 20th one, and he says something along the lines of, you know. Something like what Nanamine said, it takes it, and then Sukuna fully takes over or something, and he can't get it back. I think it would need to be a more... This is like a good emotional moment for it, but like it's not, in my opinion, also a... It's more of like, I think this moment is more like Megumi and his sister, not Megumi and Yuta. Or not Yuta, Yuji right now. So I think we just need to switch up a little bit more, but
we could also have a situation where like Yuji has like a near-death experience, learns reverse curse technique, and learns, because the other idea is that Yuji learns cleave and dismantle
in this moment. Like, you think this there could be a possibility that would be, I would actually really like that. That would be really cool to see. Like this.
We need to see the full stops come out, because, in my opinion, this is also because I watched Naruto, and it's like a big thing in shonen, like the deuteragonist and the protagonist fighting.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't gotten a good Yuji and Megumi fight because they're good friends. So this is the excuse to get that with Sukuna, and like Sukuna only uses 10 shadows. And like we see the full stops come out.
I don't want to see Yuji just wiped here too. I want to see him like actually put up a fight, like you said. Maybe learn reverse curse technique, cleave and dismantle, maybe figure out what his innate technique is and start to grasp that. Like, I want him to pull, like, you know,
pull out all the stops.
And then I want it to be what I would want for it is, you know, Yuji's putting up a fight, but Yuji is completely outmatched, but he's learning new stuff. It's like, I hate when I always try and just my theory compared to another series, but like in theme, you know, the moment during the Spider Mountain arc in Demon Slayer.
Oh, in Demon Slayer? Yeah, like he
Tanjiro
still fails,
and Nezuko both learn new techniques to fight. And then it doesn't matter. And then Giyu comes and kills Ryu, or whatever his name is. I want something like that of like Kashima sprints in, and behind him is the mangaka dude and Panda and Akari. I would like to see them like rushing behind and be like, oh, wow.
Yeah,
like
this is
like no, like, they don't know what's going on.
Reverse curse technique, or like, I don't know, he perfects whatever curse technique he has currently, and then like he still gets saved, but he's like on the brink of death.
Or I just thought of something. Okay, so hear me out, Nick. Divergent Fist. It's the delayed impact.
Yeah.
Change it so like Idol Finch, how we said like something involving the soul. Divergent Fist is delayed impact, but instead of the second impact being the cursed energy, it hits the soul with cursed energy instead.
That could be also a good one.
Because then that's just a good idea of, you know, with like Shonen building on the main characters already, the abilities that we have maybe hinted at.
Everything. Yeah. I mean, like, this is good that we're also cycling through all other Shonen series to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would honestly also be really cool, just like a direct hit to the soul.
Because that would like be, I think that also one finger Sukuna, he did get manhandled by Gojo, but that is Gojo. That's Satoru Gojo.
Yeah.
But I think Yuji could put up a good fight against a one finger Sukuna if he's able to learn the core, learn his technique, learn reverse curse technique, learn cleaver dismantle, learn something, give him something so it's not just Yuji getting manhandled. But like also in that panel of the new rule being added, I would love to see, you know, Higuruma just said he's like, I'm just gonna go wait and then turn myself in once this ends.
Yeah.
I would love to see Higuruma come back and do something.
Oh yeah.
Like
that would be. I would see him sacrificing himself right there.
I think it would need to be a sacrifice moment. You know, yes, he didn't know him that well, but on par almost with Nanami's sacrifice.
I'm actually seeing such a different perspective on this, because I'm looking at this like a Yuji and Todo versus Mahito.
Uh-huh.
Like Higuruma has a technique that does mess up with Sukuna, like how Todo's technique messed with Mahito so much.
Yeah.
Like Higuruma shows up, he domain expansions, like Sukuna's like, I'm gonna see how this plays out. It's to his detriment, because like he pulls out the info of just like, you killed 1.6 million people in Shibuya. And like it could even be a cool thing, like Yuji's in the domain as well, and he's a witness.
Like there's like a jury to it. That would be
And he's used as a witness, and the thing is that this is a good turning point for Yuji, because Yuji accepts that Sukuna is different from himself, that they're not the same person, and that he is justified for living, and he says yes, he did it. And so then Sukuna's technique is removed, and that gives Yuji an actual fighting chance.
I think that's good. I think I do like that, like it should be like a death of a mentor type of thing. Higuruma, like maybe something will happen in Higuruma, like Yuji can't get involved because he's a witness.
Yeah.
And then after Higuruma's gonna like look at him and be like, you know, another like, it's all up to you or something. Yeah, like another like because you know Higuruma's like a lawyer and stuff. He could like say something like do the right thing or something like that. Like, or like a smile and go like, don't break the lock, kid, or something like something.
Yeah, something like that.
Would need. I think. Oh my gosh, dude, this is so good. This is good.
I like this. I like this thinking. I like that we took 2 different routes from that. I think that my route is gonna be a way better way to get Yuji to get to like a power up.
Oh no, yeah.
Because I also just think it'd be sick to see Sukuna fight Yuji and Higuruma, and like Higuruma's hitting him with like the gigantic hammer, and like Sukuna has to like hold it up the same way that Yuji did, and then just Yuji goes in for like a black flash or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be really fun to see.
This is good. This is good.
There's so many ideas that could pop up.
I know, like, yeah, no, this is really good for how the series could go. There's a lot with how it could go. I you know, like a full-on gank of like I want another gank fight, and then Yuji versus like Megami, like Sukuna will be like after Higuruma dies or maybe gets incapacitated, he's like, okay, kid, I'm gonna kick your ass with only your friends, the other brats techniques. Like I'm gonna only use the other stuff, and like
and so then that leads on to the clash between Yuji and Megami.
And honestly, okay, this is like totally like a thread of this could happen. He's like, he wants to power up Yuji, maybe, or something. I don't know. Maybe Sukuna would want to, because he would realize, oh shoot, like Megumin's, he's like, wait, Megumin's not a good vessel.
He's not the right vessel.
I need to go back to the other kid. I need to make it look like he was able to win, so I can go back without admitting I was wrong. Or something.
Or it's because he learns it. I feel like he would have like another idea of what he could do, and so then his idea is that like I'm gonna hide myself back in that brat, so that I could come out again.
Because then it could be something. I know Sukuna appeared, but then it could be when Hana wakes up. Okay, Sukuna's not here. Like, what happened? And then they have to like be like, oh, someone came and messed us up, and Yuji learned how to use his new technique, like stuff like that happened. But they definitely need. There's a lot.
There's also the thing for Hana as well. It's the same like gray zone that Yuji and Gojo's in, because like Hana has feelings towards Megami. I think that's like undoubtedly shown from like chapter 210.
Oh, well, because there's the point of like in 211.
Like, I had to kill the fallen angel, while also like, this is the chosen one. I like this boy.
Yeah. Well, because there's also the moment of like Yuji's like, oh yeah, she was gonna fly around to like try and pick you up, and she's like, oh, thanks for making me look good, like that kind of moment too. So there's a lot to talk about. I think we need to wait another week to see.
Yeah, I can't think of any other theories right now. I think it's gonna be the Kashima one, but I really wish that it would be really cool to see Higuruma and Yuji.
Oh yeah, I want like another proper good gank fight. That's like my Yuji's. That's what Yuji's good at.
Yuji excels with another person, and I think that would be the perfect thing to see.
That's what I like, is like something at the end of the series is like, you know, Satoru Gojo when he's alone. Like he pops off when he's alone. But Yuji, maybe that could be like a binding vow. He'll be stronger when he's with other people.
When he's fighting with other people. Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is a good place to pin it.
To stop.
Put a pin in it. And wait till next week.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to episode 16 of the Jumpcast. We greatly appreciate it. We hope you like these changes. Maybe with these new changes, we'll get more audience input. Hopefully more. We've been getting some with this new change we made, but like hopefully getting some more audience input.
Yeah.
Maybe with the new change, the day we record change, maybe we'll have the other Max back on, more traction.
That's true.
It'll be easier to have other guests on too. So
true.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
All right.
So thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Check out the Twitter, like always. I mean, we can try. I think we should try. We're gonna try and be more active on it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So,
all right. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good week.
Yeah.